This is the Good Neighbor Podcast, the place where local businesses and neighbors come together. Here's your host, Virginia McConnell.
Welcome to the Good Neighbor Podcast Live. Are you in need of a chiropractor? One might be closer than you think. Today, I have the pleasure of introducing your good neighbor, Dr. Mike, with Blue Waters Health Center. How are you?
I'm wonderful. How are you today, Virginia?
I'm great. I'm good. I'm so good. Thank you. We're excited to learn about you and your business. Can you tell us a little more?
So I've actually been a chiropractor for 17 years. But this business, Blue Waters Health Center, it's in its third year. We're entering our third year here. I moved here from Minnesota 3 years ago with my family to kind of reinvent the way healthcare is done and look at it differently.
Okay, awesome. And how did you get into this business?
Well, my father practiced for almost 40 years. So I've been around it my whole life. This is all I've ever known for healthcare. So some people might talk about taking a natural approach to health and to life and to their stuff. But that's something that I've always lived and I just grew up with. So no matter what it is, that's just kind of something I've known. If you don't feel good, if you have a sinus, something, whatever it is, chiropractic's always been kind of the first thing to go there. And when I was in college, I often thought about, who's going to take care of my kids when I'm older? And I'm like, well, I might as well just do it. And so that's one of the driving forces behind it. And it's become a passion of mine. It's really understanding how the body works and how it heals, and asking those questions is really what drives me, and kind of why I do it now, because I'm constantly trying to figure out how to do it better.
Okay, nice. And what are some myths or misconceptions in your industry?
There's a lot. So in chiropractic, there's a lot of myths. Some of the myths that are out there is that you have to continually come back. And some of those myths are, they're not fully myths. Some of it is reality, because there are people out there that try to take advantage of individuals. But chiropractic has had a evolution over time, and it started as treating people for anything that they have that's wrong with them. And it's kind of morphed into lower back pain and neck pain. And one of the myths is that it's only for a lower back pain, or it's only for neck or headache. So that's a big myth that's out there, because chiropractic is for everything that you have going on, whether it's a stomach problem or whether it's a sinus issue or a bowel issue, problems with your feet or shoulders. You can even have issues with anxiety and sleep. Those are all things that can be helped and improved through chiropractic care. And a lot of people don't even realize that that's an option, because when a shock comes to the body, whether it's physical, nutritional, or whether it's emotional, it's going to create muscle contraction, which is going to create the need to be adjusted.
Well, it sounds like there's a need always.
But that's how we adapt to our world. In our world, we have different things that come our way, and based on how we adapt to them is how our body functions from a healthy standpoint, or whether we create disease. And so it's not necessarily that someone has to keep coming back for the rest of their life. It really becomes, I correct a problem with someone and they come back because they realize they got a result and they feel better, and I've helped them become healthier. And that's why they come back, not necessarily because I tell them that I need to see them 3 times a week for the rest of their life.
Okay, so we know that marketing is the heart of every business. Who are your target customers and how do you attract them?
So yeah, marketing's always an interesting part. What I've found over the years is my market tends to drift with where my age is at too. It's generally 10 years above and below me. So right between about 33 and 53 is kind of where I see the vast majority of my people. And what I'll see is I'll see their kids and I'll see their parents as well. But the vast majority is between that 33 and 53-year-old range. And I like relationship marketing. So I like to get to know people. So whatever I get involved in, I like to get to know the people that I'm with when I'm doing that. I volunteer as a head basketball coach for their homeschool basketball program in the Sarasota Manatee area called the Gulf Coast Heat. And I create lots of relationships that way. Of course, going to church and creating relationships that way. Going to networking groups is another way, because I value relationships, I value people, and I want good people in my corner, people that you can trust, but that are also going to be people that I can refer people to, because a network shouldn't always just be about what you get, but also what you give. And so I like to give to those people and people that I highly respect, and I want to work closely with for my people, because when people become a patient here, I treat them like family. And so any way that I can look out for them, any way that I can serve them, whether it's helping them find an insurance agent or help them find a realtor or someone that's a mortgage broker or something like that, of someone I trust that is usually a patient of mine, just goes a long ways and can help not only my patients, but also people that are in my network of people.
Okay. And have you thought about having your own podcast?
I have. I've thought about it often because I know a lot of stuff about a lot of different stuff. And but what's most intriguing is how the brain works, how emotions fit into it, and how we interpret our everyday life, and how that fits into quantum mechanics, and how that also works in the healing space and in chiropractic and all healing fields. And it's usually things people are very interested in, because we all have a body, and we've all had times where we just don't feel very well and we don't understand why. And it's really understanding the why someone doesn't feel well or why they're experiencing things is a lot of the things that I end up talking about a day. Like I had a young gentleman in this morning who he had to get up every morning. He's about 9-10 years old. He has to get up every morning and see his dad leave the house. He doesn't know why. He just feels like I just have to get up and do this. And so I was able to explain to him why that process was there, and then also give strategies on what we could do to help alleviate that, so that now he can sleep better, because it's waking him up through the night because he's worried he may not get there.
Wow, that's a huge impact. And so outside of work, what do you do for fun?
Well, long walks on the beach. No, I'm kidding. Actually, my wife and I do that. We go for walks on the beach. We love going out to Siesta Key. It's one of the reasons we moved here, was to go to Siesta Key, go for walks, be able to be by the water and be warm. But basketball has always been one of my passion. I played college basketball. I coach a high school basketball team here. It's all volunteer. It's called the Gulf Coast Heat. It's for homeschoolers, to give them an opportunity and a place to play, and to give them an experience. And it's also a Christian organization to try to build athletes up and teach those life skills through sports. And so that's something that I really do for fun. My guilty pleasure is I like to play video games, and I always had since I was younger. So I do that with my boys and do that with my friends. And it's also reading. I spend a lot of time reading, thinking, and writing. I do a lot of writing. I do a lot of trying to figure this out, because our bodies are designed to heal. And so I spend a lot of time trying to figure that out, trying to figure out how to do it better and faster for each individual that comes in here.
Okay. All right. Well, Dr. Mike, please tell our listeners one thing they should remember about Blue Waters Health Center.
One thing they should remember is that healing's logical. So what that means is, if it's logical, there has to be laws behind it. And it's the same thing with if we get sick. Getting sick can be illogical, but there's still laws behind it. And when we don't follow these laws, we create illness. But if we follow the laws, it will create health. And so that's one of the biggest things people often don't realize in the health space. Healing's logical. It follows set laws. You follow the laws, you get health. Okay.
And then how can our listeners learn more about Blue Waters Health Center?
You can follow me on social media. If you're interested, I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram, TikTok. I got a YouTube channel. It's Blue Waters Health Center. I got a website. It's bluewatershealthcenter.com. And as always, I'm always open to talk to individuals if they ever have questions. I do free consults for people. So people come in and I just listen to what's going on and hear their story, and then how I can assist them. And if it's not with me, get them to who they need to be to, so they can heal, and they can heal as quickly as they can.
Well, Dr. Mike, I really appreciate you being on the show. We wish you and your company the best moving forward.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me. It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it.
Okay.
Thank you for listening to the Good Neighbor Podcast. To nominate your favorite local businesses to be featured on the show, go to gnpsarasota.com. That's gnpsarasota.com or call 941-949-1865.